Hwang 1915 to 2000, is celebrated as one of Korea's most influential modernist writers. Renowned for his ability to weave profound human emotions into narratives that resonate with universal themes. His short story collection The Old Man Making Jars, Dog Jisnoon Nuljiuni, first published in 1952 and later compiled into a 2004 anthology of 20 representative works, exemplifies his mastery of lyrical prose and psychological depth. This essay explores the titular story, a poignant tale of resilience, loss, and the clash between tradition and modernity, while reflecting on Hwang's enduring literary legacy. Plot summary: A life forged in clay. The story centers on Song Youngam, an aging artisan who has dedicated his life to crafting traditional earthenware jars. Dog. His world unravels when his wife abandons him and their young son, Dongsun, to flee with a younger apprentice. Left in a crumbling hut, Song battles illness and poverty, clinging to jar making as both a means of survival and a symbol of his identity. Hwang's narrative unfolds through Song's internal struggles. He oscillates between rage toward his wife and tender concern for Dongsun, whom he eventually sends away to spare him from destitution. In a final act of defiance, Song enters his kiln, a space symbolic of his life's work, and kneels among shattered jars, embracing death as his last gesture of dignity. Themes: tradition, sacrifice, and human fragility. 1. Resistance to modernization. Song's jars represent Korea's vanishing agrarian traditions. His meticulous craft, once revered, becomes obsolete in a rapidly industrializing society. The young apprentice's betrayal mirrors the displacement of old values by new ambitions, a theme Hwang subtly critiques through Song's futile efforts to outmake his rival's sturdier jars. 2. The paradox of parental love. Song's decision to send Dongsun away underscores Hwang's exploration of sacrificial love. Though agonizing, the act reflects Song's awareness that his fading world offers no future for his son. This selfless selfishness echoes Hwang's broader humanism, where flawed characters confront moral ambiguity with raw vulnerability. 3. The body as a battlefield. Song's deteriorating health mirrors his societal marginalization. His coughing fits and collapses literalize the physical toll of clinging to tradition, while the kiln's heat becomes a metaphor for both creation and destruction. Hwang's visceral imagery, such as jars cracking in the fire, elevates Song's personal tragedy into a universal meditation on mortality. Stylistic mastery. Silence and symbolism. Hwang's prose is marked by restraint. He avoids melodrama, instead using sparse dialogue and evocative symbols. The kiln, a womb-like space where Song's life begins and ends, symbolizing cyclical creation and destruction. Shattered jars. Fragments of Song's identity, rendered useless by societal change. The absent wife. Her ghostly presence amplifies Song's isolation, reflecting post-war Korea's fractured familial bonds. The story's pacing mirrors Song's labored breathing, with long, reflective passages punctuated by moments of crisis. This rhythm draws readers into the protagonist's psyche, making his downfall feel both inevitable and deeply personal. Legacy and relevance. The Old Man Making Jars remains a cornerstone of Korean literature, not only for its thematic richness but also for its critique of modernization's human cost. Hwang's portrayal of Song, a man too old to adapt, too proud to surrender, resonates in contemporary discussions about displacement, whether through industrialization, globalization, or technological upheaval. The story also invites reflection on art's role in preserving memory. Song's jars, like Hwang's writing, are fragile vessels carrying the weight of cultural heritage. In an era where traditions are often reduced to nostalgia, Hwang reminds us that loss and resilience are inseparable threads in the human experience. Conclusion. A jar half full. Hwang's Sunwons, the old man making jars, is more than a tragic tale of an artisan's demise. It is a haunting elegy for vanishing ways of life. Through song Yeongam, Hwang captures the quiet heroism of those who endure despite being sidelined by progress. The story's power lies in its ambiguity. Is song's final act one of defeat or defiance? A surrender to obsolescence or a reclaiming of agency? As readers, we are left holding these questions like the shards of song's jars. Sharp, beautiful, and achingly human. In this ambiguity, Hwang's work transcends its mid-20th century setting, offering timeless insights into the cost of change and the enduring value of dignity.